Well, hello and welcome to a new video where we are going to test Counter-Strike 2 with the RX 6900 XT. And unlike the video I shot earlier, we are still playing at 1440p, but this time we are playing with the very low settings. Very low, or the lowest settings. And let's see if that will actually grant us the magical 240 Hz that some of you may require if you have monitors like that. Because earlier we were dropping down into the 190s even at some places and at some points of this game, so it would obviously be a great thing to see 300 FPS all the time now if we can still play this game at 1440p. And so far we can definitely see that I think it's even higher FPS wise than what we saw at 1080p, but with the very high settings. So that looks very promising. And we do reach the 300 FPS cap, so I guess this is the most performance that you will get ever. And obviously we do have the Ryzen 7 5800X 3D in the system as well as 32 gigabytes of system memory. So this is basically the best this graphics card should be able to offer. And yeah, right now it really doesn't have to do so much anymore. It's just using 50% at... Yeah, it is a pretty high clock speed, but it's not even clocking as high as it could. So yeah, it really isn't utilized all that much anymore. And I don't think we really have to test 1080p in that case as well, since I don't really believe that we will see a lot higher FPS there, since we do not utilize our GPU anyways. So yeah, I guess let's just stick to 1440p for this benchmark, since we won't see any difference in FPS, at least not. We should not see any significant difference, since the only part of the computer which would be used more in that case, or would be used less in that case, if we dropped it down to 1080p, would be our GPU. And since that one doesn't have to do all that much at the moment, that doesn't really make sense anyways. But yeah, I mean, we do see 300 FPS most of the time at the moment, so I don't really feel the need to test anything else. And I firmly believe that now you can also play at 4K, at least on these low settings, and still get around 300 FPS. So yeah, you should definitely be good. And yeah, I mean, I'm playing on a 180 Hz monitor, and here obviously it feels very smooth, and you can see the frame time graph, which is basically just a flat line most of the time, which you want to see if you are a competitive gamer. This is like the perfect frame time graph with the 3.3 milliseconds. So yeah, that's exactly what you see. So yeah, it runs perfectly smooth, so if you want to play it, I can wholeheartedly recommend it to you with this system, and enjoy.